Yo, what is up guys? So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys the best drop-off guide in ranked arena. Now this map is by far my favorite map of all the maps. I don't know why, I just love how it's so close range, and I just don't really lose on this map just because I like it so much and I know how to play it. So I'm going to be giving you guys what legends are good to play on this map. It's going to be divided into different legends in different parts because there's so many different ways to play this map. But in today's video, I'm going to be specifically talking about how to use Mad Maggie on this map. So hope you guys enjoy, and let's get right into it. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to buy the blue Mozambique and the Maggie ball. And you want to throw the Maggie ball in this position right here, so you can hit your door with the ball, and this ball should also go to the other side, and if it bumps into anyone, it will hit them for like 20 and stun them. Also throw your Maggie Q at the door preferably, and it should burn some people, and sometimes it'll even force them to back out of the door because they're getting burned by the Maggie Q. And yeah, the blue Mozambique is really good with Maggie just because you get the extra speed boost, and the strafe is insane. If you've ever faced a Maggie with a shotgun, you know how good the strafe speed on this is. You can be strafing so much and it's really hard to hit. That's why using a shotgun with Maggie is really important. And in the second round, you're gonna want to buy purple Mozambique and your Maggie ball. So you're gonna need to buy, or you need to get one of the crafting medals. Now that's really important when playing Maggie on this map, because if you don't buy the crafting medals, you're not going to be able to buy a purple Mozambique and a ball. You're going to only be able to buy a purple Mozambique. That's why I highly recommend one of you guys going under, or even dropping under in the during the match and getting those crafting medals, because that can really help your team, and it can even help your team get gold bag and get those really essential items such as the Maggie ball and stuff, which is gonna really change. It's gonna change basically everything. So I highly recommend getting those crafting medals. Alright, so one thing I do here actually is when you don't get the crafting medals, you can buy an alternate gun. So in this case, I would probably buy the Prowler with the white Prowler, because it only costs 100, and then you can buy thermites or a battery. But this is the only case where you actually don't get the crafting medals. But if you don't, you can get I recommend you get a Prowler, because the Prowler slaps. I've been using it a lot in the first round, and it only costs 550, so it's really good. And one of the biggest tips that I would give to when you're playing Maggie on this map is to always buy the ball, because it is an essential, unless you have a Pathfinder on your team who can get that middle area first. Then you don't have to buy the Maggie ball every round. For example, in the second round, if you don't get any crafting medals, you can just buy a purple Mozambique with hammers, and the Pathfinder will just grapple to the middle, and he'll just need the other door to take control of the middle. But in this map, taking middle control is extremely important, because that kind of decides how the game is played, because you're going to be able to force the other team on the door side, and they're going to have to be stuck in that little room right here. So that's one really important thing. Alright, so now I'm going to be talking about the legends that you should be running on this map. So the legends that you should be running on this map is Maggie, Seer, Lifeline, Pathfinder, and Gibby. I would say those are the 5 legends that you should run. See, I'm going to say this every single time, but there are a bunch of good legends in the game. But on this map, it's specific to if you can take control of the middle first. That's why any mobility character works. So I think Octane... So if you like Octane, that's fine. But on this map, I think Maggie and Pathfinder are just way better than either of those legends. And I think the options are pretty obvious. I mean, Maggie, because you can get the ball. The Pathfinder to get the mid, the Lifeline to get the gold back clutch reses. And you might be thinking, why do we need to run Seer? So when you go inside of the middle area, the Seer can preemptively throw his tactical on the other side door. So this will prevent any this will basically stun them for 1 second, so they can't do anything with their tactical, and it'll highlight them for 10 seconds, which is going to be really good, because let's say one guy that's highlighted goes inside the room, then you know that guy's alone and you can ape him. And by also scanning them, it's kind of I don't know, when I get scanned by a Seer, it just makes me not like able to do much, because I feel like I'm getting like scanned all the way through, which you are, and it kind of makes you not want to push because they'll know your location at any time. So I think seer tacticals is really powerful, and you can even stop life and res if you didn't know. So that's just one big thing, that you can stop life and res as well. And I'm going to be making a separate guide about seer and pathfinder, because those two legends are both really good on this map, and it's way different to how you play Maggie, because Maggie is like centered around using the ball and also abusing shotguns like Mozambique with hammer points and without hammer points in the first round. Alright, I'm also going to be giving a quick explanation, or kind of like how you also play Maggie in general, just not on this map. So basically you really want to abuse her passive. What I mean by this is always hold a shotgun with Maggie. If you don't hold a shotgun with Maggie, it's a huge waste. And yeah, so holding a shotgun is essential, and also using your tactical. So when you run into this middle door, you want to throw your tactical at the other side door. So by doing this, you can get a lot of free damage. Like even if it's like 20 damage, that's still like making the opponent pop like 1 cell, which is huge. And not only this, you can also stop them from going in the door in the first place. So as you can see in this example, I threw a tactical here, and which basically broke this left door and made the opponent not be able to push. And we basically like centered out this one guy in the middle here, and we're able to get free angles, and I'm able to kill him. And then the Bangalore comes, and the Bangalore comes to the door late, and her cover is slow, so we're able to just kill the Bang as well. And now we're basically creating a 2v1 situation on the guy on the right, which is really effective, and that's just how we win the round. So by using that Maggie tactical, I was able to stop them from going in the door, because they're gonna get like hurt, and they're gonna get slowed, because when you get damage you get slowed. And I was able to center out the Maggie, who was like crouching in that left corner or the right corner, and we were able to kill her. So that's just one huge thing that you can do. And in the later rounds, you don't really have to buy a shotgun, mainly because Mozambique becomes weaker in the later rounds, just because more people are going to be able to use things like the RE45 with hammer points, the Devotion, the Havoc, and Flatline, etc., which Mozambique can definitely counter, but I think that the RE and the Devotion is better than the Mozambique with hammer points. So yeah, in the later rounds, you can just buy these guns like the RE and stuff, because they're just better. And I really recommend also buying a Digi Threat. This is because you can actually see through the thermites and also the smokes. And I especially recommend it because you can see through the thermites, because as Mad Maggie, or as every single legend on this map, you want to throw a lot of nades as you can on the other door. And by having a Digi Threat, you're going to be able to see through those thermites. And also one huge thing is that you can see the enemy through doors because they're highlighted, you know. That's also one big thing, because you can just pre-aim the door if you know they're on the door, and you can throw your tactical to break the door. And by doing this, you're going to be able to basically break the door, and then you're going to pre-fire at the door, and you can just beam them. That's just one tip, or that's one thing I like to do with Maggie, because it's effective and no one really expects it, because most people don't know how to play Maggie or counter Maggie.